Hello, happy Wednesday. Hope you're doing well. I thought it'd be fun to pop on and do a sketch before I head off to bedtime. It's been a long and crazy day, and that lighting is making me look really pale. So I need to change that camera. But anyway, I'm gonna pop on and do some sketching here. I'm gonna just do a little sketch. I have a photo here from my friend Ray from a trip he recently took. I think this building's in Brussels somewhere, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to do some sketching. It's not. This is actually another building I did based on it's one of his photographs. I love the colors, really cool. So let's talk about colors for a second here before I start sketching anything. So the one on the left, this is actually inspired or ink-spired by the Biltmore estate, the Biltmore house on the Biltmore estate in North Carolina. And I really love it, the building. It's a very, very cool neo-Gothic style building. And the colors you see here are not the colors that are of the actual building. It's kind of my feeling and my take on the colors. And I really like the palette on here, that I kind of worked a similar color palette onto this Brussels inspired sketch. And I have to admit, I used to be afraid of adding color onto sketches. Um, Black and white, I still think black and whites are my favorite sketches to do, but I would never add color because I always thought that my colors had to be realistic, especially if I was sketching an existing house or building. I felt like in my brain I had to use the colors that were actually there. But then I just started, kind of stepping out and just being playful and realizing that, these sketches are my take on what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling. And just kind of breaking that barrier of sticking to reality really freed me up and allowed me to kind of select whatever colors I want to use, to be honest with you. So I've found color palettes I've liked, like this one I really like a lot. The purple, the turquoise, it has some kind of yellow on it as well. And I like this aesthetic when when I'm sketching kind of old architecture. Really cool. As opposed to, if I show you, let's look here. Look at the color palette of these sketches are inspired by the power plant or steam plant. I always mess it up. So the power plant or steam plant. My brain is kind of shut down for the day. But in Spokane, Washington, this it's an old industrial type building. If you notice, the color palette's different, right? From the old style architecture to the kind of this industrial vibe. So just over time and playing around and experimenting, I'm starting to develop color palettes I like to express different types of architecture. So don't feel like you need to recreate exactly what you're seeing when we're sketching, especially when it comes to the color part. Just be playful. Have a real playful mindset. See the world, feel the world, experience the world in curious, wondrous ways. And that gives you permission and freedom for using the blank page as your playground. This is just kind of my mental approach and how I kind of like to sketch or approach sketching. I think I just said approach like 3 times. Um, anyway, if you're watching, feel free to say hello out there. That would be so cool. Let me do a real quick sketch tonight because I have to get to bed soon. I have a busy day tomorrow in school. I have a field trip happening, which I'm really super excited about, and I'll share more with you guys on an upcoming show. All right, I'm gonna do fast loose sketch. That Sharpie, I feel like it kind of died, so let's go here. And I'm gonna start with the top of this tower. I know the picture isn't on screen right now, but that's okay. I'll I'll probably add it in a post. You can kind of see it. It's the first time I'm ever sketching this building, giving it a try. D-Ray's in the house. D-Ray, great to see you. Hope all's well. Hey, Linda's in the house. Great to see you, Linda. Hope all's well. You guys are awesome. So let me do this quick sketch, then maybe I'll pull up the image when I'm done and I'll show you guys what I'm sketching. Again, this is inspired by my friend's photograph, my friend Ray, who recently took a trip. This is a building in Brussels. I don't know the history of Brussels architecture, so it's something I'm intrigued now to kind of learn and study about. The buildings look cool. So I can't really tell you the names of the buildings yet, but that's okay. Part of one of the things I love to do is to learn more, right? Just like I said before, look at the world in curious and wondrous ways, and it opens up your mind and it stimulates interest, and that interest will, for me, will lead to looking up more about the history and the architecture. Hopefully that makes sense. But D-Ray, Linda, great to see you guys. I have some Facebook peeps on here. It's always a pleasure. I appreciate you guys watching and commenting. So awesome. So I'll give you a little peek into my field trip tomorrow. It's actually, I'm excited about it for many reasons. One is I'm taking my students to visit an architecture firm, a real live business that's up and running. It's an architecture firm that's creating amazing mixed use buildings, high-rise buildings, and they're in the amazing location of Hoboken, New Jersey. That's so cool. So that'll be a fun trip. You're going to see their office, get a tour of Hoboken, kind of a walking tour, and see some of their actual projects that have been built. And as an architect, as a teacher, it's really thrilling to be able to do that. But the other cool twist is I worked for one of the principals of this firm. I worked for him about, I'm not gonna do the math, 30 years ago maybe. So I'm gonna get to see him, and this individual, this architect, he is one of the key people in my life that actually kind of inspired me down the architectural path. So how cool is that? I get to go, little reunion with this inspiration of mine from years ago. I'm actually bringing a drawing I did back when I did 2 internships during summers in college. I have a drawing, or a couple of drawings I did or worked on while I was there. So I'm going to bring a copy of that drawing, one of those drawings, and show him. So it'll be fun. So anyway, we're headed there tomorrow. Weather looks great. Kids are excited. I'm super excited. All right, I think that's cool. I'm just going to leave the line work at that. Hey, Deborah, great to see you. Welcome. All right, so if you're just joining me, I started off tonight talking a little bit about different color palettes or schemes I like using. So this is kind of the color scheme I'm really liking for old type of architecture. So this is also the other building in Brussels. I really like the way this came out. This is really loose, not a lot of detail. It's a little bit wonky, and you guys know I like wonky. Definitely some perspective things are off, but that's okay. Wonky equals. What does wonky equal? Wonky equals not perfect. So I don't feel like I need to be perfect with perspective, perfect with scale, perfect with clean lines, perfect with uber detail. So wonky and loose style is it's why I love sketching. It's how I love sketching architecture, not why. So pretty cool. So I think let's do the same vibe with this. I'm just going to leave the line work there. We'll add some colors, And then another day I'll come back and we'll add some more lines. Like on here, if you look at the Biltmore inspired sketch, this is probably my favorite Biltmore sketch I've done. I like how I darkened some of the window areas and door areas. So I'll probably come back on here and do something similar. So you can kind of see by adding those darkened windows, it just pops it a little bit more. Yeah, it'll be an awesome reunion. Yes, it'll be fabtastic. Fabutastic. Here's the color palette. So I'm just going to dip into my watercolors. So we're going to use some turquoise. And we're going to use some yellow. A couple different yellows in here. I don't have the specific names, but this is like lemon yellow. And this is like an orangey yellow. Orangey yellow. And we'll mix up some purple. I did actually on this one for the purple, I mixed up some, and I also used where the heck is it? Here it is. I actually used the purple varsity pen in here, which actually I'll just take it out because I might need it. Ta-da! Alright, cool. Like this one too. Hey, thank you. I'm so glad you like it. Alright, let's throw down some color, guys. It's 9:49. I'm going to definitely wrap up at 10. It's been a really long week. Yeah, it's been a long week. It's been a long week. We'll leave it there. So, my father actually is, he might even be watching or listening. If you are, hello. He is in the hospital. He had a heart attack this week, mild heart attack. So I've been spending some time there after school. He's doing well now, so it's all good. He's on the upswing. But one of the reasons I love sketching, I'm bringing this up because sketching for me has a power of changing my state of mind. It's sometimes almost like an escape. So here are some of the whys of why do I love sketching. One of the whys is, I can dip into some turquoise here. One of the whys is I love just capturing a moment in time. I'm gonna prop this up. Give me a sec here. We'll just use our quattro there as a prop. So one of the reasons I love sketching is to capture the feeling, the place, the spirit of a location, of time, which is awesome. Another reason I love sketching is it just transports me. It can take me to different places. So it's almost like an escape, right? Some people watch movies or TV, read books. Sketching for me can be an escape. It puts me in a different mindset. That's another reason. Sketching really can shift my mindset. So it's really a tool and a vehicle. Sketching also for me is about communication, to get ideas out quickly. I don't really like talking a lot, believe it or not, especially about me. So sketching is a way for me to kind of show maybe how I'm feeling, or express what's inside by putting it on paper. So it has a lot of personal benefits, and that's why I'm just so passionate about doing this. I mean, and plus it's just good old darn fun. It's inspiring, and I've gotten to meet a lot of great people like you guys through doing this. Like, how cool is that? So I thank you for that. All right, I'm throwing down some yellow. You see some turquoise going down. Hey, yeah, thank you. Yeah, my father is doing well. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. So yeah, I just wanted to show you, we all do different things for different reasons, and those are some of the reasons I love sketching. All right, I'm gonna try to mix up a little bit of purple, throw it on here. So to do that, I'm gonna grab, I don't have a lot of blue in here I use. Barely a little bit. So I'm just gonna grab some of that blue. I'll probably end up going to the varsity pen and bleeding some of that. Whoa, good save. Almost dropped my brush. By the way, you may have noticed I changed my screen setup. Let me know if you like the new setup. I'd love your feedback. I feel like this gives you guys more viewing of my painting because I have stuff to the left where my hand usually is anyway, and it just frees up the right to see what I'm working on. Oh, that is red. I wasn't paying attention. All right, you know what? We're going to go with it. Let me zoom in. My purple became red. So I wasn't paying attention, and that's cool. Go with it. I believe things happen for a reason, right? It's just color. We can mess around with it. We can change it up. There's nothing wrong with throwing some red on here if I want. I'm not getting the intense purple I want, so I'm going to break out the varsity because I really want to pop some purple. So we're just going to throw down some of that purple ink and we'll bleed it. And really lay it on thick there. Let's lay it on thick down here. Cool. And I'm using dirty water. You guys know I love to use dirty water to do this stuff. So this is what my water is looking kind of grayish. There we go. Just want these colors to meld together. Let's let things bleed. There we go. I don't have a paper towel, do I? Yes, I do. Yes, darn fun. Yes, more viewing room like the Switch. Hey, thank you. Thank you for the feedback. Appreciate it so much. Dipping into the turquoise. Let's lay it on thick. Why? Because I think this is probably my favorite watercolor color. Any excuse to use it is a good one. I'm thinking a little too much. I'm not being as loose as I want. Whoa, I really threw it on there. Holy moly. This will be fun when it dries. But we're actually gonna blot this back a little. So don't be afraid to remove some color. Just kind of softening some of this. There we go, just a little bit. Definitely want to throw down some more yellow, so let's grab yellow. So happy May 1st. May 1, 2024. Who would have thunk it? This year is flying by, guys, for me. I don't know about you. Time is fleeting. Time is fleeting by. I guess that's another reason I love sketching is it kind of freezes time in a way for me. One of the cool things I like about varsity pens is, I'll zoom in so you can see it here. They work really, for me, they work well in the wet areas if I just kind of dab them down. So this is wet here. Is on top of the water, you'll see the purple ink just kind of bleeding. So you can see that how it was bleeding a little bit. So I will definitely come back after this dries, like you see I did here on this one. Add more ink on top, add some hatching, create kind of like shadow lines there. So this is kind of like a 3-layer process, 3 layers. First layer is just real loose sketch. usually with a Sharpie, so the ink doesn't bleed. Second layer for me is throwing down color. Maybe 4 layers. The fourth layer might be coming back, adding more color, or the shadow lines, darkening up some places. And then the next round could either be adding color pencil, some more color on top. So I would say three or four layers to what I'm working on here. Sharpies don't like to write on wet areas, so I can't add shadows there. But I want to pop this. I feel like I need this yellow orange on here. Taxi cab orange. Hey, Angel's in the house. Angel, how are you? Or is it Angel? Angel or Angel? Good to see you. Does the varsity fountain pen come in other colors? Yeah. Great question. I love varsity pens, so I'll show you ones I have right here handy. In my handy dandy Lockbee, shameless plug here, Lockbee Quattro. Guys, I love the Lockbee Quattro. It has 4 slots, pockets in it, but I could fit more than 4 pens. You can see that. This Allen wrench is not usually in there. It was on my desk and I just threw it in there. I don't usually carry an Allen wrench with me. But yeah, so there, Angel, I know I'm off topic a little bit. Sorry about that. I got excited. The varsity comes in different colors. We have a mint or a green color. We have a pink color. You know what? Since you ask, let's play with the different colors on here. Let's see what they look like. I have a turquoise here. Great question, by the way. Thank you so much. Love it, love it. Do I have more? I might have more. Hold on. These are the ones I have handy dandy with me, so we'll play around with these. So yeah, a lot of different colors. Let's check out. Let's see what the turquoise looks like here. We'll zoom in. Linda says, QQQ, what paper are you using? Great question, Linda. I am using Fabriano 1264 cold press watercolor paper. Ta-da! Right there. This is you can see it there. I had trouble finding this. So Linda, I wanted to buy this for our workshop. I had trouble finding it online. I finally, I think, ended up getting it from Dick Blick online. Amazon, I couldn't get it. A couple places I couldn't get it. So I ended up buying like 5 of these. I don't know why it was so hard to find. But I really love this Fabriano. I'm using it. It's my primary now, go-to. It used to be the Canson paper, but I like the texture on this better. Great question. All right, cool. Let's see what the turquoise is. I'm going to throw it over here on this side. We'll bleed it. It's a deep color. I don't know if it's officially turquoise or light blue. I don't know the exact color names they are calling it. You can see it kind of going down there. And I could do my trick where I'm just kind of dipping in the water and the ink spreading. So it's a really vibrant color. So I think, Angel, I think you picked up on that. I really do like these pens. They are, oh, it is officially artwork, guys, because I am now wearing the ink. What do I say? It's not art unless you wear it, and I am wearing it. Yeah, so pretty cool pen. Let's look at the green color. So I know Linda's our green fan out there. Linda, for you. We'll throw some green on here. Let's do it over here. We'll mix it a little bit. I feel like the green might be a little dried out. Yeah, I think the green is kind of dead. I hate to say it. So it's not looking really vibrant at all. My bad. I had no idea I was almost out of the green color. Well, yeah, we're... Alright, so it's not really a great demo of the green. Sorry, guys. I'm out of the green. And then we have the pink. Let's throw down some pink. put this. Let's throw some pink over the purple. I mean, over the blue. We'll just do some over here and we'll bleed it. If you guys are familiar with the teacup and the coffee cup sketch paintings I've done, where I kind of have coffee cups and teacups stacked in really weird angles, I use these pens on those a lot, and the colors are they really pop. Here, you can see the pink there really kind of popping. So yeah, that was a great question, Angel. So that's kind of some of the varsity pens. So let's talk about these pens also. I have the varsity. These are the Varsity by Pilot. And I also have the Preppy pens here. Preppies are refillable, as you can see. They're really good pens too for bleeding. I like the Varsity a little bit better when it comes to dipping it or using it on wet areas. I feel like the Varsity does a nice job. Not as the Preppy, not as much. So let's throw down some blue, Preppy blue on here. This is going to be like a dark blue. This would be actually a good color to throw into the shadows here. In the shadows. Wait, I was trying to do it. Hold on. In the shadows of the night lives the Preppy blue. Alright, it's not working. My voice is shot. I was trying to do my Dark Knight Batman voice. It's not happening. I'm too tired. Alright, cool. Look at that. So that's some of the... So you see I'm trying to dip the Preppy in the wet area. The ink's not really spilling out like it did with the Varsity pens. So I tend to go for the Varsity pens more, just for that reason. And it's just how I like to work. I'm impatient sometimes. I want to mix colors while they're wet and see how they bleed and run together. So a little bit of impatience and a lot of experimentation and fun. I just want to keep going, keep the flow going. So that's actually, see, this is actually starting to come together. It had its ugly duckling phase, but it's starting to pull together now. So we're exiting the ugly duckling phase where everybody looks at their own piece of art or someone else's and they're like, that is an ugly duckling. But have no fear. Keep working or step away, come back, work on it. It'll transform. It'll transform. All right. Love your pen case. Hey, thank you. Linda likes, yeah. So this is the Lockbee case. On the bottom right hand of my screen, you'll see the lockbee.com discount code. All capital letters. Jason Nicholas. If you guys use that on lockbee.com, you get a 10% discount. And I get credit. I am a Lockbee ambassador, which is cool. So if people use my code when they buy stuff, I get a small little commission. It doesn't raise your price, but it just gives me credit that I'm sending people Lockbee's way. So yeah, check their stuff out. I love their products. You guys know I talk about it all the time. I'll leave it at that. I like this blue color actually. Yes, green. We'll get more green, Jason. I know. Linda, since I kind of bummed you out about the green, let's go. I do have Preppy green. Let's throw some Preppy green. Thank you. You're welcome, Angel. Yeah. Thank you for joining, Angel. I love when you join in, you ask questions. All of you guys are, when you're in here asking questions and having some convo. I love that. It fuels me up. Linda, this might not be the lucky... Oh, it's working. So I thought this was out too. All right, so this is Preppy green here. I'm just going to put a bunch of it here and bleed it so you can see it. What does Kermit the Frog say? isn't easy being green, right? I love Kermit, love the Muppets, Jim Henson, the iconic Jim Henson. Can't say enough about how much of an creative genius and inspiration he's been to me and millions of others, right? Yeah. There's a really cool documentary coming out about Jim Henson on, it'll be on the Disney Channel this month, I think. So if you have Disney Plus, not Disney Channel, Disney Plus, be on the lookout for the Jim Henson documentary. And I think Ron Howard, I think he directed it, I think. So it should be cool. So that's the preppy green. Ta-da! It's time for me to do another iris. Linda, you know what? I have an iris sitting in here somewhere that I never finished. So you're absolutely right. Great point. I love my irises haven't bloomed yet, so I guess they usually come out in May, right? End of May. I love my irises. My favorite flower. You guys know I always post a lot of pictures. I lost the cap. Where the heck did the cap go? I don't know. But yeah, Linda, thank you for the reminder. I will definitely be doing some iris paintings. I will check that case out. By the way, so enjoyed your class the other Saturday. Oh, Linda, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. It was, you may have noticed I was trying a little different format than I've done in the past. It was a one-off workshop. I know we've done like a few weeks in a row or a month in a row. So thank you for your feedback. I loved having you there. I loved having everybody there. It was a lot of fun. I have to go back, watch the video, do some reflection, and figure out what I could do different next time, do better, change things up a little bit. So thank you for being there and always supporting what I'm doing. It means a lot. Yeah, the blue shade. Hey, Donna, great to see you. Yeah, Donna, I agree. I really love the blue preppy that I put on here tonight. Look at that. I'll go close so you can see it kind of in the light, right? So I am agreeing. This blue preppy is a really nice color. Angel, your art journey has been a joy to follow. Have a wonderful weekend and thank you for sharing your art with us. Hey, thank you, Angel. I appreciate that. Thank you for following me. I really, really appreciate your kind words. You guys, this might be at a standstill for tonight. It's kind of wet. Things are drying. It's definitely not done. I love that we got playful. We're testing out some pens on here. Guys, blank sheets of paper are an awesome playground for your imagination and your creativity. Don't be afraid. Throw down some ink. Throw down some color. Throw down some crooked, crazy, wonky lines. I don't care if you sketch architecture. I don't care if you're sketching flowers or cats or whatever, trees. It doesn't matter. Throw stuff down on paper. Sketching is good for the soul. It's great for the mindset. Yeah, sketching is just powerful. For me, it's just a very, very, very powerful form of expression and a tool that can really transform my mind, transform my state of being, capture memories, capture places, capture feelings, express feelings. Yeah, I can keep going on. You guys know I love this stuff. I geek out on it, so thank you for following. I'm going to wrap up because I have to get a good night's sleep. I've been up since like 4 this morning. But before I go, I do want to add one other thing because it's right here in front of me. Let's throw down some of my favorite ink color apple snail. I want to throw some of this down and then I'm going to wrap up. It needs a little bit of this caramelly color. I'll call it caramelish color. I think on here. Guys, always feel free to ask questions. You can always email me or message me with questions. I try to answer them. I have a sketching I have an architectural sketching membership, monthly membership that uh, I'm working on. I'm launching it very slowly. I do have a founding members offer out there for anybody that wants to join the sketching workshop. A founding member is somebody who wants to get in on the ground floor with me while I'm trying to develop this sketching program. You know, what it's going to entail, like how is it going to function, what ideas can we bring to it. The founding members will, you guys will help me with input and give me insights and kind of co-develop this with me. And I would charge a very low monthly fee, like a membership fee for you guys that are founding members, and that price would stay grandfathered as long as the course is up, the membership is up and running. So if anybody is interested in possibly being a founding member, let me know. And for founding members, it's going to be it would be $27 a month. Once the membership's up and running, I'm most likely going to be raising the price. Probably it's like $47 a month. And it'd be a membership where we would have our own space for sharing artwork, collaborating. I'm thinking of maybe, definitely I would pop in with a live workshop every month. We'll do some Q&A. We'll do critiquing on each other's projects. Artwork in a positive community and other things as well. So I'm kind of brainstorming it. I really want to get it off the ground. See, I love that color. Look at this. I just love, here's what I'm liking a lot here. This is stuff I really, really love, geek out on. I'm loving what's happening right in this area. Yeah, but if anybody is interested in joining me and being a founding member, you can just send me a message, or you can put in the comments, say yes, interested, and I can shoot you an email with more info. I would love to have all of you guys that follow me be part of that. It would be so cool to develop this together. I want to run this down here. I want to tie this kind of color through. Bring your eye on a journey. This is going to look really cool when I do the next layer and add more ink on it. Alright. This is the last touch, guys. Let me just pop this. Tell me this color is not cool. I was so sad because they don't have any more in stock. And I think I emailed them, and I don't think they have any plans to redo it anytime soon. If I had known that, I would have bought a bunch of bottles. Yeah, this is cool. I'm liking this music. Oh, yeah, that's right. I just thought of a color I didn't put on. Alright guys, there we go. Let's zoom out. You can kind of see this is where we're going to leave it for today. So shout out to Donna and D-Ray and Angel, Linda. Thank you guys for being live in the chat tonight. So cool. I guess it is better than being zombies in the chat. Are zombies alive? I don't know. I'm not a zombie fan. Never got into the zombie genre. So are zombies alive or are they dead? Doesn't matter. I don't know where I'm going. I was trying to make a joke and I got deep. You guys are awesome. Putting my pens back in here. This is my go-to. I carry this with me when I go out urban sketching out in the field. I just put my most fave colors in here. I have actually, to be honest with you, I have a couple of these. Of course, I usually put a Sharpie in there. I do have some colored pencils and all that fun jazz. All right, guys, thank you so much. Billy Cousins, hey, how are you, Billy? Great to see you. Your hand wants to get in there, go faster. I like the process, though. Yeah, so Billy Cousins, thank you for joining us. Yeah, I usually sketch. I'm usually a lot faster. So yeah, if you've watched me in the past, or you guys out there to have watched me, you know I am Mr. Zippy here. So good point. So yes, I'm usually mucho fastero. Great, great catch. I like that. Great to see you, Billy. Thank you for joining us. D-Ray, you're welcome. Rest up. I will rest up. Linda, have fun. Yeah, thank you. Field trip will be awesome tomorrow. I will let you guys know how it goes, and uber excited. Really cool. If you guys did miss the beginning, go back. I suggest going back, watching it. I talked about some color palettes and why I use some colors that I do. So this is like my old building color palette. But go back, check that out. It'd be so cool. Faded ink. Hello, Faded ink. How are you? I use a Pilot Prero Hero AI, but not really liking the fine nib. Interesting. I have not used that pen. I'm not a fine nib guy. I like medium. I feel like if I go with a fine nib pen, the finer the line, the more detail my brain wants to add. And if you look at my sketches here, they're typically not a lot of detail. I like to go with the medium nib pen. So thank you for sharing. I love that. Linda says, Coke, get some green. Yes, I need to get a green varsity pen. I know. You have me looking for other... I have green highlighters here, see? You know what I do have? I do have a green... I love using the Pilot Precise inks and bleeding them as well. So Linda, for you, I do have a Pilot green right here. Also, Linda, maybe in the private, if you can message me, if you're still on, if you can send me a message on Facebook, I have to admit, I have to go back and watch the video. I have to mail out the 2 prizes, the 2 giveaways. I think you won one of them. I don't remember who won. If you remember, if you could send me a message, that would be great. I have to mail out the 2 Lockbee giveaways. That'd be awesome. If you don't remember, no worries. Faded, it feels too scratchy for sketching. Oh, gotcha. The fine feels too sketchy. That makes sense. Faded, I'd be curious to know what kind of paper you're sketching on also. So I typically sketch on cold press watercolor paper, only because I like the texture. I like how the texture kind of adds to the colors. Look at this close up. I love what's going on here. So, if you're using a hot press, that's slick, smooth, the fine pen, I'm sure, would be less scratchy on a hot press paper than a cold press that has a texture. Hey, Kim Sheets is in the house? Wait, where's Kim Sheets? Hello, Kim Sheets. You're awesome. Great to see you. I didn't see Kim pop in. That's so cool. It's like a reunion. Cool. You can see how this is drying. You guys have me pumped up. I don't think I'm ready for bed yet. Now I'm super wound up. Handmade Indian press. That sounds interesting. I have never used handmade Indian press. I'm imagining it's rough. Faded? Is it rough paper? Interesting. You know what? Alright, I'm going to stay on until 10:30, the latest. I promise. I'm going to break out my Lamy pen. I do want to add some Lamy black ink on here. My brain wants to keep going. Let me grab it. It's over here somewhere and... Aha, where did I... Where's my Lamy? Oh, is it in here? No. Yeah, it's in here. Duh. I have my Lamy in my my Lockbee case here. So I'm not going to the Sharpie because the Sharpie, it's still a little too wet for me to add Sharpie. I can put Lamy ink. The Lamy ink will bleed, but that's okay. We have most of the line work down that I don't want to bleed. There's some jaggedy things happening on this kind of peak. This architecture, this is inspired by a photograph from my friend Ray. This is a building in Brussels. I don't know the architecture history of it yet, but I'm intrigued to learn about it. It's a really cool kind of tower piece in the middle of this building that looks like, I have a small photograph, looks like there's a lot of dormers on there. But for now, we're just gonna, just want to kind of pull out some of the edges here. So you can see how that Lamy just kind of darkened the edges. I want to pull out some of these arches a little more, so let's throw that on there. If you look at a photo of this building, it is extremely intricately and beautifully detailed. I'm just trying to sketch it to capture the overall, for me, the overall feeling, the ambiance, as they say in, I think is that a French word? The ambiance. See how nice those Lamy lines look when you come back over? Oh yeah, you may have heard a 3D printer in the background, by the way. I don't know if that was coming through on the mic, but I was just 3D printing and it stopped. So I'm actually glad I stayed up to see it finish. All right, cool. So we got some Lamy going on. Definitely canvas like awesome. Lamy sketching here. Thank you, Faded. Faded, if so, Facebook people, I'm talking to Faded. Can you? I don't know if you guys can see in the chat. I don't think so. Faded is over on YouTube, and we have some peeps on Facebook as well. I don't know if anybody popped on from Insta tonight. I didn't see anything in the chat. But they may have been watching, lurking in the background. All right, cool. Now I think I'm going to leave it here. You regularly use Bristol, though. Smooth, but soaks up nicely. Yeah, Bristol board is interesting. I haven't used it in a long time. Yeah, I know the Bristol board. I think a lot of illustrators use Bristol board, right? All right, cool. All right, guys, we're gonna leave it at this for tonight. Officially, D-Ray. Officially. Guys, thank you so much for watching tonight. Faded, I appreciate you watching, your questions, your comments. Thank you so much for participating. D-Ray, great seeing you. Linda, you as well. And Billy Cousins was out there on Facebook. So cool. And Angel, and who else am I? Am I missing you? If I'm missing you, I apologize. Deborah was out there, I think. And Kim Sheets was watching. Guys, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Take care. Have an amazing, amazing rest of your week. Keep using your creativity for positivity. You know, put good out there. We need more good out in the world, and we can do it one line at a time. Thanks, guys. Take care. Peace and live creatively. I'll see you real soon. I am going to hit the finish button. D-Ray is over here. Nope, it's over down there. Good night, guys.